Hi, my name is Dr. Dhakeswar-Professor. I'm from Imphal. I'm working as an associate professor in Zen Institute of Medical Sciences, Porompat, Imphal. Today we'll be talking about a topic which is very much important in today's lifestyle, like how to stay young, healthy and fit forever. And here this is my email ID. If any questions regarding my talk, when you have seen my talk and when you have seen my book, read my book, you can come back for feedback to my email ID. So when we think about health, what exactly is health? And we remember, when we are thinking about our health, we remember some doctor and some hospital, some clinic, and even we think about health insurance. But are we covered with this? Are we responsible for our health, or a doctor or an insurance agent will be responsible for your health? That's what we are going to talk today. You see, nowadays we are having a lot of lifestyle diseases like diabetes, myocardial infections, then obesity, then even Alzheimer's disease, then lots, like even cancer nowadays we are taking that is a sort of lifestyle related disease, like depression, anxiety, sleeplessness, all these things. Now we are having lots of problems. Now you see there are top 5 causes of death worldwide. They are the cardiovascular disease, respiratory disease, then cancer, and diabetes, stroke, increase in blood pressure, etc. Now, there are certain risk factors in our lifestyle which can be avoided and some which cannot be avoided. Like say, we have our gender-related diseases, like age-related diseases, then hereditary and ethnicity. These sort of diseases which have got some of these factors may not be controlled by ourselves. But if we look at the diet and physical activity and unhealthy habits that we can change, then we can definitely prevent many of the lifestyle diseases. By habits, you can see smoking and drinking, taking junk foods, sleepless nights, then stress, many other. Some people are having problem of lack of food, then lack of exercises. All these things are very important. Now, one thing is that you can see a beautiful lady here with a beautiful face. If you are not born with a fair complexion and a beautiful face, you cannot become a beautiful person. Okay, and you cannot be a rich man. Rich. It's not as easy as that unless you are exposed to certain opportunities or some, let us say, luck. You cannot become a very rich man, just like the richest person in the world is we have shown just now. But you can have an optimal health. You can have a good health of yourself. Then what we see as positive health in an iceberg, the tip of the iceberg and beyond water, above the water, that you can see is a positive health. But what we see below is the number of people who are facing diseases and struggling with diseases. And if you are having a positive health, then you can avoid the diseases. And if you change your lifestyle to be healthy, to lead a healthy life is 100% guaranteed. So anybody can have a healthy life. That's what I want to put the point across for today's topic. Now, my talk is based on my experience for last 25 years and more. Actually, when I was doing a medical graduation in my MBBS, I didn't know how to do exercises, and I was not concerned with exercise. I was always looking after my books. I was a bookworm. I used to keep on reading, books, books, and books only. I used to sleep only 3 hours a night and read a lot of books. I thought reading is the only passport to my success in my life. And today, most of the students who are my students as MBBS, or maybe students who are learning in colleges and schools, they may be still thinking that the reading is their passport to success. But let me tell you, if you don't have a good body, you cannot become successful in life. So having a good body is also very important. Just after passing my MBBS and when I started doing jobs, I've never done any physical activities in my college life and school life. And I became overweight because of overeating, a lot of stress in my work, then lack of exercises. Somehow I became very much overweight. My blood pressure was shooting off and my cholesterol level was very high. So I had some problem from time to time, but I was not diagnosed anything like diabetes or hypertension. I was not diagnosed with that, but clinically not diagnosed, but still I was having some problem. And I felt weak and easily fatigable. And that was how I was some 25 plus years back. Then from my medical knowledge, I knew that I'm not going to last long if I do like this. So I thought I have to change my style. Everybody thinks that one fine morning something will happen and some miracle will come in your life. But when you multiply 2 and 2, it always comes to 4. If you cannot change your lifestyle, you cannot change the way you are looking, the way you are feeling. So you need to change your lifestyle. So a big question came in my mind. What to do? Then suddenly as a doctor, I knew that I need to do exercise. But what is exercise? I was not taught exercise in my medical curriculum. I don't know what is exercise. And I've never done any physical activity in my life till now. So I was in a fix what to do. When you see, in a TV channel and any programs in TV talking about health, you look at exercises, and the easiest exercise that you can start is running. Okay? So I thought I have to do something. But now when you think about some workout, you always remember gym. You have to remember a gym. Then in my case, I was always posted from here and there. I was not always available in Imphal and in the city. So when I was in the hill posting or maybe in a rural posting, I cannot get a gym. So I thought that it's not possible for me. So gym was out of the question. Then what comes next? That is running. I have to start running. Then I started running. And in the beginning, it was a great effort on my part. Just running for 5 minutes was also a big problem for me. I was having a lot of breathlessness and I could not run because I was overweight. And it was a great stress on myself. But somehow I persisted. Every 5 minutes I used to run every day. Then I increased every week to another 5 minutes. I used to increase. Then later on, about 6 months' time, I started running 30 minutes and sometimes more. And in 1 year's time, I was running much more, say 1 hour, more than 1 hour. And I was, reaping the fruit of my work. I was getting, having more energy. I was, feeling fit. So I was feeling very good. But still, I had a lot of accidents. And one time there was a severe pain in my right side of the leg and there was a swelling. I was running with a canvas shoe and I used to run in the outdoor, in the road, then sometimes in the driveway, then in any place where I used to run. So this is how I started, and I suddenly started having pain, and it was diagnosed as a case of second metatarsal fracture. And my doctor friend told me that it was because of over stress in your arc of the foot. That's why you are having this fracture. So this was the first lesson that I learned, that you cannot overdo yourself. So my suggestion is that whenever you start an exercise, you go it slow, and when it's painful, you stop and you relax. Take your own time. Actually, we are going to live the whole life, So every now and then we have some problems like this. We need to sit back, relax, and again we have to recuperate from what injury that we incurred. That's what I want to say. Now, next lesson that I learned was, one time I was running inside a room, because every time I don't have a place to run outside, and when there is rain, I used to run inside the home. And my room was not very small. It was about 30 feet and wide about 15 feet. But still, when I was running and I was trying to turn, then suddenly I slipped. Then there was a loud sound of some breaking sound, and there was sudden swelling, and I came to realize that there is a fracture. I went to my doctor friend, and he diagnosed that it was a case of fibular fracture. It was because of my fall, my slip. And how I slipped? Actually, when you are running, the shoes should be good enough. So you have to invest in a very good shoe. Then the socks that you're wearing should be good enough, and at least it should not be synthetic socks. It should be cotton sock, and probably most important is that there should be ribs on the sock, so that it can have some resistance, and it can have it will be an anti-slip. You don't be sleeping like that. So I made a mistake. My shoe was not properly tied that day, most probably, or I was using the synthetic socks. So I learned that a shoe is very important when you're running. And another thing is that when you are running inside a room, you should not run in a circle. You should run at least in a straight way, and you keep on changing direction, but run straight. This is what I learned by mistake. A good running shoe you need, and a nice pair of socks when you are about to run. So you have to invest in a good running shoe. My method of doing exercise is not depending upon many gadgets. I don't want all the gadgets you have to buy. You can do anywhere, wherever you're going. If you are going in a move, if you are in a hotel, or if you are in a camp, wherever you go, you can do this. So you can do it every day, wherever you go. That is why you need a good running shoe and a good pair of socks. Then you need a set of dumbbell. This is not all the more important, but you don't need to carry it all along every time. And if you are staying in a good hotel, then you can get at least a gym, and though the gym are not up to the standard, you can still have some dumbbells. So a pair of dumbbells, depending upon how you start, especially for ladies, they can start from 2 kgs, 3 kgs dumbbells, and up to 5 kgs anymore. And especially for an adult male, you can start from around 3 kg to 5 kg, then come up to 7 or 8. Then now I'm holding 10 kgs dumbbell on each hand. It all depends upon your capacity and how you move along. So that is a good set of dumbbell set is very important. Then yes, a yoga mat. A yoga mat is good, where you can stretch and do some yoga postures, positions like that. So these are the few requirements in my exercise regime. Exercise regime. So I am not trying to tell very expensive things, and I don't want you to buy or invest in very expensive things. Then all these years I have been running. One thing is that when you want to do some exercise, you need to have a resolve and a decision that you have to make, that yes, I'm going to start it. But once you start it, don't stop. Okay, you keep on doing it slowly. You can keep on increasing to a level where you can, and you can keep on doing that. But every day you have to do. or once or in a while you can just stop doing for 1 or 2 days, or maybe a week if you're going outside and enjoying in your vacation maybe. But for myself, keeping away from exercise becomes a very big problem for me. See, in some cases when I was having some fracture in my legs, I was advised by a doctor that you have to stop your running for 3 weeks, and 3 weeks was a long time for me. Now I could not I could not sleep properly, and appetite was running out, as if it's like an addiction sort of thing. Once you have started it, once you have liked it, and it's really keeping you fit, then you don't want to stop it. So even now, every time I get up in the morning, I usually sleep 7 to 8 hours every day. When I wake up before 5 a.m. in the morning, quite early, so there are two voices in my head. One is telling, see, sleep for some more time, just keep on sleeping. Another is telling that, oh, wake up, it's getting late. So I always let this second voice win. Then you can see the result now. So after so many years of running, so many years of being exposed to exercise and changing my lifestyle, I'm still liking it. But every day, it keeps on, some struggle inside your mind that whether I should do or I should not do. So you should have a resolve of doing it every day, and you should not stop it. That's what I want to say. Then later on you'll find that you feel really good. Then you feel fit. You feel so young and fit. That is the success. That is the result. And that is the benefit that you can reap from an exercise regime. I have done a lot of exercises and a lot of research works on exercise. You see, research works, all published research works. Do you know the advantage that I have as a doctor is that I can read all these journals and focus on what I need to do, what I need to change. That is why I'm writing a book on this. Why I'm telling to you is that instead of you doing all these research works on exercise and all the published literatures, you can just come and take my ideas. Then you can start yourself without losing your time. But I've taken a lot of research works on that, and I have read quite a lot, and I have found out many things which I didn't learn in my medical curriculum that I have studied. Okay, then I have come to a certain perfect formula for good health, and that is the perfect formula that I'm going to give it in front of you, put it in front of you so that you can just start work and you can reap the benefits of what I have been doing. First of all, if you want to have an optimal health, there are 4 pillars of optimal health. The first pillar is nutrition. What is nutrition? Nutrition is good food. Not just food. Whatever we eat is food. But nutrition is something which is nutritious, which is good to our body, to our metabolism, to our bringing off of our health. Next is sleep. Sleep is something which most of the time we neglect. And whenever we have we have many things to do, or if we want to enjoy a movie late at night, we just remove the sleep and we just do whatever we like. But sleep is most important. Just like, for example, you are using a mobile, you need to recharge its battery. Suppose you keep on using your mobile without recharging, what happens? The battery dies early. Just like that. Our body needs recharging. If you don't recharge your mind, your brain and body, then they are going to die out. Well, what is the dying out? That is, lot of oxidizing reactions, lot of oxidative reactions that we have in our body, oxidizing reactions. So all these oxidizing reactions can be controlled with sleep and a good diet, because in the diet we are having vitamins and antioxidants. With that we can at least slow down the oxidizing process, and people doesn't die because of old age. There is a documented literature where a person can live up to 122 years. That is what is recorded, longest. And in the beginning of the 19th century, the life expectancy, even in Europe, was about 40 years only. Now it is around about 100. Now, according to literature, according to a lot of research work, the human longevity, human lifespan, we have not reached the ultimate of human lifespan. That is what the scientists are telling. When we die because of, not because of old age. We don't die because of old age, but we die because of our process of, process of organ damage. Organ damage is by oxidizing process. These oxidizing reactions we have to control. So sleep is very important. Next is exercise. That we'll be talking lots on exercise. So what type of exercises we'll be doing and how easily it can be done, that we'll be discussing on that. That individual variations, what you want to do, and what sort of lifestyle you're living, and what is your present state of physical, present state. From that, and whether you are having any disease, from that we can calculate what sort of exercise you can start, and how heavy exercise you can start, how lightly you can start. It all depends upon that. Next we have the positive attitude. The positive attitude is very important. We need to have a positive outlook in life. That really changes a lot of things in our life. If we think negative, actually we cannot proceed. If we think positively, we can always proceed. A smile begets a smile. If you smile at somebody, somebody smiles back to you, and you feel good. And this feeling good, it really does a lot of good things in your brain, in your body, in whole of your hormone system. So naturally, you should feel good and always try to stay away from people who are talking negative. So you see, these are the 4 pillars of positive health, good health. So we need to talk on all these 4, pillars of good health. Now, another thing is about 3 A's of exercises. There are 3 A's of exercise. There are different types of exercises that, we can do. It's not something that you do this and it is, it will do everything in your body. No, it's not like that. We have 3 A's. So what are they? First A is stamina. There are certain types of exercises which brings you stamina. Stamina is more or less like a heart and lung exercise, like say brisk walking. By brisk walking, I will just want to tell you that what is brisk walking? Brisk walking is about, say, in 1 second, you step twice. That is a brisk walking. That's a minimum, definition. Then you can do a little jogging. Jogging is running below around 6 kilometers per hour sort of speed. Then if you are running above that, then you can run. So all these jogging and running, then swimming, and these are, then cycling you can do. So these are the stamina building exercises. You have to bring your stamina, in a better level, in a greater or upper level, so that you can have, more energy and more, perseverance in doing your work, and you will not feel easily tired. Next is the strength. Everybody needs strength. Where lies our strength? In our muscles, in our bones. So we need to develop our muscles. We need to develop our muscles so that we will have some strength in doing something. That's very important. And what are the strength exercises? The easiest strength building exercises are squatting, push-ups. That can be done anyone. A child, a housewife, or a professional. Anybody can do anywhere. So that is the strength building exercises. Along with that, you can use dumbbell exercises. So these are the few things that I will be putting into my regime of exercise. The next will be suppleness. And suppleness is the flexibility that we have in our body. And because of the joints and our spine, we need to have some suppleness so that we will be, have this flexibility, and we won't have any, back pain, neck pain, and unusual, pain here and there in our body. We can avoid that if we do these suppleness exercises. They are mainly, we can do yoga. And yoga is the Indian, type of exercise which is very much beneficial. So when we started exercise, first we can start with the stamina building exercises, then we warm up, and when we are really warm up, then we can go to strength building exercises after warming up. Then your muscle will not be injured. So we have been talking about suppleness exercises. Now the suppleness exercises are the exercises which gives you flexibility, like or yoga. So I will be showing you yoga positions. There will be about 7 to 9 positions which you can do every day. This anyone can do, whether a child, a student, or housewife, or a very busy professional, or maybe even old age people. So these are the 3 types of exercises. So these 3 types of exercises will make you a complete, workout. So who can do it? That is the question. So these sort of exercises that I have shown you, who can do it? First thing is, a student can do it. Students who are very busy with their studies and running after their classes and all, so they can always do this. Then housewives, housewives are having a lot of job in their hands, and they have to look after the family. They have to look after their, home, and in the meantime, they can do this exercise every morning or whenever they have a time. Then professionals, very busy professionals. Here you can see doctors, you can see engineers and office executives, then even chefs, anyone, construction workers, anywhere, they can do it, even in their very busy schedule. Then yes, of course, the old age people. Now we thought exercise only for young people. No, exercise can be for anyone, and even old people can do the exercise and can have some benefit from the exercise, so that they can prevent these lifestyle diseases to come in. At the same time, the Alzheimer's disease, which comes in the old age when you lose your memory, that is a big problem in the old age. That can be removed if you do exercises and improve your lifestyle. So what I can do at 50 plus years of age, this is what I can do. Run 4 kilometers, walk out 12 types of dumbbell exercises, 30 repetitions, each with 20 kgs of combined weight of dumbbells, minimum 9 yoga positions. All are being done every day, taking about 1 and 30 minutes every day, 1 hour and 30 minutes. So I think anyone can do it. If I can do it, anyone can. So you can do it. Any one of you can do it. That is my, my idea, that why I have started telling like this, why I have started writing a book on my way of doing exercises, my way of doing lifestyle, change of lifestyle, is to benefit people. I have really reaped the benefit of doing exercise for a long time in my lifestyle, in my life. So you can do it, and you can, stay fit, healthy, and young forever. This is the book I have written, How to Stay Young, Healthy, and Fit Forever. And this was published in Amazon in last year, November. And this is nothing but the quest of, good health that I have done in my life in the past more than 25 years of my living. Now, many of my friends tell that, this sort of e-books and Kindle books, they cannot read. So why don't you publish a book? So here it is, this is my book, Staying Fit, Healthy, and Young Forever. And here is the ISBN number in India. This can be sold only in India. This is published by one company in Bangalore, Poti.com. And this is what I have experienced in my past more than 25 years of my experience of doing exercise, and my research, my mistakes. Everything is written into that. And actually it is made in a capsule form. It is a small paperback edition book which can be kept in your pocket. Anyone can read it anywhere, and it can be easily carried. And this will be a ABC or sort of alphabet book, for starting an exercise and changing your lifestyle. It is available in Churachandpur in Shaolin Book Barn. It is in Tedim Road, Nehru Marg Junction, Churachandpur, Manipur, India. And this is the contact person. And it's also available in Imphal in the Complete Hearing Solutions ENT Diagnostic Center in Imphal, opposite to Jenims, Parampat. And if you want to buy online, in Amazon.in is available Kindle ebook edition, the first one. And in the www.pochi.com, it's an online book store, you can get your order. Now, I request you to look forward to next episode where the best is yet to come. We'll be talking more elaborately on the habits and the positive attitudes, then nutrition and the sleep, then exercises in detail, how to do exercises, then how to proceed, how to, pick up certain exercises for you, which can be customized for you. Then, of course, the conclusion, the words, so that we can have sort of interaction between us. So that is how it is. And please wait for the next episode. See you next week. Bye bye.